Hello there, Jets fans. Welcome to episode number 37 of the JetStream Podcast. Today is July 29th. I'm Trav Shernick. I'm here with Joe Clark, Neil Noonan, and our good friend who Joe actually worked with. Neil is known forever. I've known for a long time, and I actually went to school with Lexie Sparrow. Hello, Lexie. Welcome to the podcast. A little round of applause for Lexie.
Yeah.
Hey. Little horns for Lexie there.
Yep.
Fuck yeah, bud.
Perfect. So it's the middle of summer, and things have been dull, kind of, and also very angry around Jetsland. So we decided to bring in a little bit fun today. We'll do that a little bit later on. So it'll be a bit of a lighter-hearted episode near the end of it after I go on my typical little angry Travis rampage. I do have quarters ready for a little bit of swearing because Chevy did stupid things and Chevy did pointless things. Yeah, today we're going to have a little bit of fun, but I'll get to that later on. First, let's talk about some things and some stuff that's been going on. Not the big thing and stuff that happened today, but mostly because I'm not mentally prepared to kind of deal with that kind of rampage at the moment. But we're going to play a little bit of catch-up and kind of retouch on things that have gone on, and that'll maybe get me started on my little anger. So first things first, Jets have signed a whole bunch of their young RFAs. They signed Eric Odell, Patrice Cormier, John Albert, and Ben Sherratt, or Ben Sherratt? I don't know. Sherratt? Ben Sherratt, I think. I don't know.
And that's how they say it on TV. They say it really quick so that you don't really know what they're saying.
You don't notice if they screw it up.
Yeah, Ben Sherratt.
Yeah, exactly. They also signed Keaton Ellerby, but I'll get to him in a couple minutes about how stupid and pointless that signing was. So first, Eric Odell, 1 year, two-way contract, $650,000. The guy requires waivers to be moved back and forth. Patrice Cormier, 1 year, two-way contract, $625,000. John Albert, 1 year, two-way, $585,000. Yes, English. Again, weekday podcast, so we're not going to know at all what we're talking about. Ben Sherratt, I don't know. I barely know how to spell his name properly. To a 1 year, two-way, $600,000 podcast.
What?
Podcast. Podcast. See, weekday episode. I don't know what I'm saying.
Travis, pull yourself together.
Oh, I'm falling apart.
God.
I decided to make a statement by wearing leaf shit, and of course I'm choking at the clutch.
Yeah, big time.
So typical.
You have a girl beside you, too.
Yeah,
I know, I'm getting nervous.
Yeah.
Things are falling apart.
Yeah.
We know a female. It's so rare.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's gather myself here.
Take a deep breath and start that sentence over.
Yeah, there you go.
And go.
I'm completely lost.
Yeah, now he doesn't even know where it is.
1 year, two-way contract, $600,000.
There it is.
For that 1 year.
Good job, Travis.
The only guy who's waiver exempt for if he gets sent down to the AHL is John Albert. So first things first, before I get all pissed off, Joe, any thoughts on any of those contracts?
No, I mean, those are all reasonable. It kind of sucks that we're most likely not going to see Odell in the team. You know, he's maybe got a shot.
Well, he'll start up.
I don't see him staying.
Then
I'd love him to
stay, he's got to go on waivers.
I'd love him. I know.
So he has to stay.
I know, but I don't think he. Well, then he's going to be healthy scratch. I'm calling it. Anyways.
Why do you say that?
Just because I don't think they're going to give him a shot. And if they do give him a shot, it's going to be fourth line. And he's going to be smothered.
Because Perot's signed, so that kind of sticks me.
And then they're going to be like, oh, not producing, and then waivers.
I don't know. That'd be the stupidest move I've ever seen.
Big time.
Is if they throw him on waivers. But it wouldn't surprise me.
No, not at all.
What's happened in the past. I don't know. I think he's going to stick around. I personally think they're going to move him to wing. I think he can fill that third line spot.
That would be nice,
either Perot or Scheifele. On the left wing, I believe, is where they have a hole. So if he can do that, that's fine. Otherwise, sucks to be Odell.
Yeah.
But just like in typical Jets fashion, they're all 1 year contracts.
Of course.
They'll be ready to walk away for anything as soon as they can.
Yep.
Speaking of which, Keaton Ellerby tried to walk away, then realized no one else in the NHL wanted him. So the Jets signed him back.
That's
typical Jets trend of having a player and then they don't get signed anywhere else.
Yeah.
So he actually is going to probably end up in the AHL all year. He's on a 1 year, two-way deal worth $700,000. He requires waivers as well. Just kind of going back to all of these contracts together. The Ben Sherratt kind of thing, like at first it's one of those contracts you see and you're like, oh, whatever, no big deal.
Yeah.
But then Ken Wiebe dropped this bomb on everybody saying that he's expected to compete for a spot.
Really?
Which I don't understand whatsoever, because they've already got Stewart. They've got Stewart. They've got Enstrom, Stewart, Klitzum, now Ellerby, Sherratt. Who else do they have? They have a buttload of guys on that left-hand side. I don't know where they expect all these people to play. And again, in typical Jets fashion, they've accumulated this crap load of not very good defensemen and are just going to keep throwing them out and then keep saying, oh, it's their fault that Pavlik sucks, which, again, is not the case. Pavlik sucks because he sucks.
He is
Even
terrible.
I know that.
See, there you go. Further proof, Pavlik is terrible. Females say Pavlik sucks. 100% of females in this room think Pavlik sucks.
Yep.
So that's enough for me.
Yeah, that's all I need.
But yeah,
solid proof right there.
Exactly. It just seems to me that even Chevy's confused about what the hell this lineup's going to come to.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I'm just so confused.
So do you guys think it's going to come down to the wire then, like right before season starts, like play people out in the preseason and see if they can make some kind of
for the most
line
part
happen, and then just magically
even last season they were cycling through guys like nobody's business. It would be like one game this guy's a healthy scratch, then it's the next game, the other guy gets a chance. So it could be another year of that.
Yeah, that's
which is quite unfortunate. Unless Josh Morrissey can make the jump into that second pairing spot, and then that'd be amazing. Which again, they've pretty much made it impossible for him to do so because they've got so many guys on the left-hand side that he's going to have to play so well that the Jets are willing to lose a player for nothing. Which, although that is Chevy's specialty, they love losing people for nothing. But
who knows? Maybe that's the plan. They want to lose people for nothing.
Oh yeah, that's great. Speaking of losing people for nothing,
yes,
Chevy did a thing today. A thing that should have made a lot of people, especially us blogger folk, and well, just generally everybody, very pleased to see, but somehow managed to fuck it up. The Jets signed Michael Frolik, which, yay, it's a wonderful thing. One of the Jets' best players, restricted free agent to a 1-year, $3.3 million contract, avoiding arbitration, which I understand teams want to do. We'll get to another player who, on one of my other teams, signed a strange contract to avoid arbitration. The money is great. I'm fine with 3.3 for Michael Frolik. I think he probably could have made more on this team, considering he's still making less than Pavlik, and Pavlik is the anchor of this entire ship. But it's 1 year.
Yeah, that's...
And what's going to happen, just like every other player in this franchise, he's going to become a UFA, say, peace out, boys, I don't want to deal with this crapshoot, and walk away. And again, I don't blame him.
No, not at all.
So, it's... just so angry about this. I shouldn't be, because it can still, it's one of those situations where it can still turn around.
Oh yeah, well I mean they can just
give him a new deal. Again, they have to wait till the new year now, which is fine. But what in Chevy's history of being a general manager in the NHL tells us that he's going to do the smart thing out of this situation?
Yeah, no, there's no evidence from the past to say that that's what he's going to do.
There's
but
nothing.
I mean, like you said, it could easily just turn into nothingness, and it's whatever. They sign him to a new deal, and everybody's happy. But
the thing is, Chevy could still come out of this looking like a hero if he somehow decides to get his shit together and plays Pavlik. If he does sign Frolik to a new deal, and if he can fix the holes. But again, we've been saying these if, ands, and buts for the past, 3-4 years now? How long has it been? When did they come back? 3 years now.
Yeah.
And has any of it changed?
None.
No, it's the same team. It's the same problems. The things that I think annoy me the most about this Frolik situation is it was reported that he either wanted a 5-year deal or a 1-year deal.
So that says to me it's either you want me for the long term or I'll stay and then get out of here.
Yeah, and for some strange reason, they decided, hey, let's go with the 1-year problem.
Yeah,
let's go with that and then negotiate later. In the same 6-month span that they gave Chris Thorburn a 3-year deal and extended Stewart for 4 more goddamn years, they looked at probably their best player, one of their best players last year, one of Chevy's brightest moves. Again, he does the same thing, makes a bright move, and then royally screws it up.
It ruins it.
And gives him a 1-year contract for a guy that, like... I don't. Of all people to play hardball with, why would you choose this player?
Yeah, exactly.
He has top line possession numbers, top 2-line scoring numbers, one of the best players on his team, and it's just a complete gong show.
You should have no problem giving him what he wants, really.
How is... If you're going to pay one player, why was it not Frolik?
And especially considering that they're not going to be close to the cap. So
no, exactly. That I was again. I don't listen to 1290. I think I've made it blatantly clear that I don't listen to them.
Nobody
but
here
people are tweeting
to
things about it today, and they were saying the Jets were hard against the cap. Apparently,
nope.
They're like $10 million away from their internal cap.
Yeah, no, they're not even close.
There's no reason for them to be lowballing here.
No.
I don't understand. You have an atrocious contract to your goaltender, and you're still that far below the cap.
Yeah, that's actually kind of impressive.
It is kind of impressive.
Yeah.
But again, you've got 8 million shitty players that you're signing less than $1 million contracts for. Of course, you're going to be below the cap. Yeah. When you're rolling out less than $1 million players for the most of your defensive unit, and the guys that are making more than $1 million are either Toby Enstrom or Mark Stewart.
Yeah, that's brutal.
I guess Bogosian and whatnot, but you get my freaking point here.
I do.
You're already overpaying one third liner in Bufflin because you refuse to move him to defense. Why do you not just overpay the other one?
Yeah, you might as well.
The one that's actually good in the third line role, who is probably going to be playing a second or first line role because, you know what, you have no depth.
Yeah, no, he should have been the one player with all these coming up, and I mean, they've all been dealt with now, basically, but all those RFAs and UFAs coming up, it should have been, and I think we said that before, that Michael Frolik should be the one guy who, you know, if
you say, hey, you actually want to stay here?
Yeah.
Let's actually let you stay here.
Yeah, exactly.
At a time where everyone's so goddamn insecure that Evander Kane doesn't want to stay in this city,
yeah.
They're not going to pay the one guy who apparently does want to stay here.
For 5 years, which is pretty sweet.
What the fuck's going on?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Please explain it to me. Meanwhile, you've got teams everywhere getting good deals and players for cheaper than what you signed Chris Thorburn to.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I would have the list in front of me because I was going on rampages for the last 2 weeks, but I feel like it's just beating a dead horse right now.
You mentioned a bunch of them last podcast,
it's infuriating.
Yeah.
Why? Neil, why?
I have no idea. I'm with Lexie right now, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Hey, well, Lexie understands that Pavlik sucks, so she's got
all
points
I can say is that, like, obviously he's a good player. I even noticed that last year. I liked watching him play. So, and if he does want to stay here, from what you guys are saying, then why wouldn't you not only, like, if he wants to stay here, but if he's good and wants to stay here,
it's a great combo.
Why wouldn't you make an effort to, like, try and convince him to stay here by paying him a little bit more than someone who sucks?
Yeah,
I don't understand. I'm fine going up to $4.5 million on Frolik. What could he have possibly been asking? I get it's Alan Walsh. I get that after you signed that abysmal Pavlik contract, which I'm going to point out, everyone keeps talking about they're afraid of getting smoked by Walsh again. I'm pretty sure the Jets still think that's a good contract. Otherwise, they would have tried to move it by now.
I don't think you'll ever hear them come out against that contract. Like, I've never heard them say anything but defend it.
All logic would say that they should hate that contract.
No, it's a horrible contract.
Again, I don't know if they actually do. And yes, I understand you don't want to get hosed by him again. But when you recognize talent, you recognize talent.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you going to lowball on a guy who's repeatedly shown he's a good player? That's another point that 1290 brought up, is apparently they don't have a big enough sample size on Frolik to make this...
How?
I don't know. They had less of a sample size on Brian Little when they give him his contract.
That's so weird.
He's played more games than most of the guys on this team. I'm pretty sure he's got a Stanley Cup.
He does, yes.
What's the problem? Dave Boland's off getting $5 million in Florida.
And they actually are similar type players.
I'd say Frolik's better.
I'd say Frolik, in different aspects, I guess.
But you know what? Michael Frolik wasn't on the ice when the Chicago Blackhawks scored the Stanley Cup winning goal, so he's a trash hockey player.
No.
Steve Simmons had some good hot takes this
I was just going to say, did someone actually say that?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That was part of... You didn't know that? I've been making that joke for the last, 3 weeks, and no one's understood that?
No idea.
I don't listen to you guys.
I caught, I don't listen to you when you talk.
Make sure you're goddamn...
I was watching, 10 seconds of That's Hockey Tonight the other night, and Steve Simmons... Steve Simmons was on it for some reason. He's never on that, but he was. And, what did he...
Talking about how the new assistant GM of the Leafs?
No. It was
guy?
No. It was a signing that the Leafs made very recently.
Reimer?
Past couple days. Oh yeah, maybe it was. I can't remember.
Which we will get to later, folks. But note, I'm very leafed out today.
No, sorry, it was Daniel Winnick.
It
was Daniel Winnick he was talking about, which was yesterday.
Yeah.
And he said. It was just great.
I had a list. It was in that clip where he's I had a list of 50 potential free agents available, and he's the only one I liked.
No, it was talking about all the reasons why Daniel Winnick is going to be good on the Leafs, and he's like, well, when he was in San Jose, he won, and he won in Anaheim or whatever. I'm like, okay, so he played on 3 or 4 good teams, and so automatically he's a good player? I don't think that's how it works.
Hey, you know who won a lot?
Who?
Taylor Hall.
Yeah,
then he went to the Edmonton Oilers, and he doesn't win anymore.
No.
I guess he just lost it.
Yeah, he did. He doesn't have it. It's just terrible.
You know, Sidney Crosby hasn't won a Stanley Cup in a few years, so I guess he's not much of a winner.
No, he's horrible.
Wasn't Andrew Ladd a winner?
Yeah. He won a Stanley Cup, too.
Yep.
And 2. He's won 2.
Bufflin, too.
And Bufflin.
Yep.
It's
too
just
bad
made
you
up of
lose
winners.
it.
Because
But
they
apparently that's just not transferable when you have a shitty goaltender.
they know how to win, whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah. Again, I understand that mentality of you have good leaders, but leadership is so over.
But
Yeah.
you can't have all leaders.
No.
You have to have some people that are willing to follow.
Some followers, yeah.
My
Just
favorite-
a team full of leaders. Everybody's just like, where do I go?
They're all just walking.
Yeah, they're all just walking, directly together.
just into each other. So
Yeah.
they don't know what to do. One of my favorite things that I think, again, I'm going to bring up Steve Dangle here. He used to talk about was, can you define leadership for me? Define leadership in hockey.
In hockey, I have no idea.
Define leadership in sports.
In sports, somebody who takes charge, and I don't know. Your coach is like what I think of when I think leadership. I don't think of a player.
Neil, define leadership in sports.
It's very hard. And I
Lexie?
won't do
I'm
it.
trying to think.
It's because every single person has their own definition of leadership.
Yeah, that's true.
One person could be like, oh, hey, he just blocked a shot. That's a great leader. The other guy could be like, oh, he really pumped me up. That's a great leader. There's a million different ways to be a leader in any situation.
Yeah.
It's whether your production, how you perform, or what you say, how you get guys jacked up.
So then wouldn't a good leader be all of those things?
It could be any of those things. It depends on what you respond to, right?
Yeah.
Some person might look and be
That's
like, oh, you're
true.
freaking... Like, if I went out in a hockey team and blocked a shot, you're going to look at me and be like, this is rec league, man. Settle down.
I would be
Why
like-
are you blocking that shot?
I would just laugh at you and be like, "You're such a try-hard, Travis."
Well, exactly. And that, it's not the same thing. Whereas if I went and was like, oh, yeah, blah, 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 you might be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go try hard because he did this. Like, oh, you're not going to try hard.
I'm a
'cause
bad
Joe
example
Clark,
because
but-
I don't care.
Yeah, you are a terrible example.
Yeah.
I hate you, Joe Clark. Where were we?
Something about leaders?
Yeah, I don't know. How did we get there?
Steve Simmons sucks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, what was before that?
I don't know. You're the one with the friggin' outline. I don't know. I'm just going
I
off
was
of
looking
what
for
you
the
say.
zinger there that he said, like, no one can define leadership when we couldn't delete.
Yeah, but, how did
define
we
it,
get
and then he
there?
couldn't
I
get
wish we had a
back.
leader of this podcast.
Yeah, no kidding. I thought Travis was leading this this operation.
Well, no, I'm
but
just
apparently
sad.
Fuck yeah, bud.
not. Burn.
Yep, pricks.
Yep.
Is Frolik a leader? How did we get there?
Don't know.
Anyways, yeah, I don't understand the Jets. They make no sense.
'Kay.
Alan Walsh is an idiot.
That's fair. Well,
Oh,
isn't Alan
okay.
Walsh a genius?
I know. Well, actually, yeah, he is a genius.
Technically, yeah. He's really good at his job, anyways.
Yeah, he's good at his job. Although he does say some really stupid things on Twitter.
Nah, whatever.
But I think everyone says stupid things at some point.
Isn't that
Definitely.
what Twitter's for?
Yeah, exactly.
I give great analytical opinion on Twitter, so
yeah.
So
you
that's
should
what
follow
Twitter's-
me at T. Rubnik.
Yeah. Just
Oh,
plugging.
plug it.
Just plugging yourself. So shameless.
Wah, wah.
Of course, I'm shameless.
So shameless.
I have however many thousands of tweets. Obviously, I'm shameless.
That's
That's
true.
consistently just talking.
That's very true.
That is-
No one
true.
wants to hear me talk that much.
Nope.
Exactly. I
Actually,
spend
that's
how
why
much time with
Twitter's-
you? You don't want to hear me talk
That's
that
why
much.
Twitter's good, because I don't actually have to hear your voice. I can just, see it.
You can
and then,
screen me as
yeah.
much as you want.
Exactly.
Also, if there's a game going on, I can just go on my Twitter and read what Travis is saying, and I know whether we're winning or
Yep.
losing or what's happening. So
Not all people agree. A lot of people think I tweet negatively, even if we are winning. When honestly, I'm just tweeting realistically. So.
Yep. It's different.
Okay, back to the Jets. Okay, there's a point I wanted to make that I think our good friend Justin Rowan made today
Okay.
about how the Jets keep saying they're a draft and develop team, which is not fueled by passion. It's the Winnipeg Jets, just draft and develop further.
yeah.
Fueled by the draft.
Fueled by the draft, yeah.
Um,
That'll
yeah.
be on the new Jets license plates.
Oh yeah.
okay, anyway.
Anyways, yeah, they consistently trade away draft picks. They fill their roster with more grit in Chris Thorburn and Peluso and all these folks. And their depth positions are filled up with guys who don't do anything ever. They let assets walk away consistently for nothing. Hainsey, Setaguchi, probably Frolik next year.
Redmond.
Tons of guys that get a pick out of it, maybe, if you want to draft. I can't remember what the actual number is, so I'm probably going to screw this up. But I'm pretty sure someone from Arctic Ice ran the numbers, and the Jets have less than the average number in the league of draft picks over the last 3 years, and that's not exactly how you want to draft and develop a team. You're supposed to gather draft picks, gather your assets, and use them for something, which apparently just doesn't happen
No,
in this city.
that's not how you do it, Travis. You don't know anything.
This hockey team's organization is run about as well as city planning in Winnipeg. They're just hand in hand. They think they're getting somewhere, and then a sinkhole appears, and then everyone's just like, "Oh
There was
no!"
a second sinkhole.
I know on Sargent.
That was today.
If you're not from Winnipeg, then you have no idea where Sargent is. But
All you need to know is that we've had more than one sinkhole this year on
Yeah.
our streets.
we've had a rough year. But yeah, another one. Frolik's just gonna walk away, and they do nothing but mismanage and undercut guys who should be getting paid, and
Overpay guys who shouldn't be getting paid.
exactly. I can't wait until like Scheifele's like, you know what, guys,
See ya.
toodles.
Yeah, I want him to go and like light it up somewhere.
It's gonna be fun of these next couple of years when
Yep.
lads just like, hey, I'd like to win,
Yeah.
and Bufflin's like, hey, I want to play defense, and Frolik's like, hey, this sucks, and they all just like scurry, because why wouldn't they? Like we said, Chevy can save face
He can.
somehow.
Yep.
But here we are, still doing the same problems as before.
We gotta wait and see how that Frolik thing pans out because
Wait
he
and
might
see.
might be able to save it.
Winnipeg Jets, fueled by wait and see.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that's a nice one.
What ifs, wait and see, and draft and develop.
We should. Yeah, that's good. I
Should
like
be in
that.
their like whole
Yeah.
PR. Oh, they posted a position for like media relations a few weeks or last week, I
Oh,
think, and that was
no.
just the big thing is we should all just apply for it.
Did any-
And as soon as they ask, "Are you on social media?" just be like, "You should go look." At
Yeah,
this.
go take a
go
look.
look, guys.
Here's my Twitter handle.
This is my opinion, and get better.
Yeah.
Just do better, please.
Did anybody actually apply?
I don't know.
Oh,
RB, if you applied, let us know.
yeah.
You too, Trev. I hope they did. That'd be hilarious.
I thought I saw him mention that he did.
I know they were talking about
Oh,
it,
okay.
but
That would have been hilarious, actually.
I hate this team. They just make me sad. They're making me more upset than the Leafs do.
Which
And
says
that
a
should
lot.
really say something.
It says way too much.
Because the Leafs are doing positive things
Yeah.
and fixing problems.
How about that?
About time.
Well,
but-
kind
Yeah.
of fixing problems. Speaking of which,
Hmm.
I know this is kind of, again, a beating the dead horse with a stick kind of situation. I just want to point this out a little bit here. The Leafs signed poor old, my little man crush, James Reimer, to a 2-year deal worth $2.3 million per year. You know who's making more than $2.3 million per year?
Pavlik?
Andre
Is that where
Pavlik.
we're going?
He's
Okay.
making $3.9 million
I figured.
per
I
year
figured that's where we were going.
for the next 3 seasons. I'm just going to run a couple numbers here, and I want you to tell me how bad you think this Pavlik contract really is in perspective.
Okay. Sure.
Reimer's, I think we could all agree, the general consensus among the morons of the NHL is that Reimer had a bad season last year.
Okay.
He had a .911 save percentage.
Yes.
Pavlik has hit that mark once in his entire career. Just let that sink in for a second.
That's the best he can do.
Last year he had a .901.
Yeah. Last year was so bad.
Reimer's career save percentage is .914,
Mm-hmm.
which
Average.
happens to be Pavlik's one good year.
Yeah, he had 914 once.
Pavlik's career average is .906,
Oh yeah.
which is below Reimer's
Beautiful.
bad year. So that Reimer contract is
It's either looking like a steal for the Leafs or you really fucked up for the Jets.
I think it's more of a you really fucked up for the Jets.
Well, we already knew that, I guess.
Oh yeah, obviously, but you got to think that contract's got to have teams looking to want to acquire him at this point, right? Like he's another guy. He's the guy we were hinting at earlier that avoided arbitration, signed a 2-year deal. Which again, Neil was asking earlier, so I just want to clarify: arbitration is like hockey player hell because your team basically comes in and tells you why you're bad at hockey. So I understand why you don't want to sit there and get told by all your bosses that you suck at your job. So
We only want to pay you this much
well,
because
the thing
you're
is,
the
players
worst.
go into it and they're like, I want this much money, and then they avoid arbitration and they took like $1 million less.
Yeah.
So
And their
that
ego.
is how bad it really is.
Their ego gets destroyed in the process.
Exactly. Like that can't be fun.
No.
Imagine going into work tomorrow and being like, Joe, we want you to make this much less money, and you're like, no, because I'm good at my job.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, come here, sit down, and there's this random person sitting in the room. We're gonna tell this person why you suck, and then you're gonna let him decide how much
Yeah.
money you should.
No,
make.
that sounds terrible.
Like that'd be absolutely brutal.
Yeah.
Regardless of how much money you're talking about.
Yeah, no,
I
it
don't want to
doesn't
sit
matter.
there and have my boss tell me why I'm so bad.
Yeah.
But you gotta think like the work's done for you, Chevy. Talk to Nonis.
Yeah,
Call
that's
him
true.
and be like, hey, you've already signed this contract. You need cap relief because they just signed Jake Gardner today. Woo! $4-point-something million a year for like 5 years. I'm so happy.
That's good.
But anyways, they're over the cap. They need to get rid of something.
There you go. All you gotta do is just snag that contract.
You don't even have to make a player-for-player trade because the Leafs can't afford to take anybody back. Chevy can keep the title as the only GM to not make a player-for-player trade and acquire and fix a hole.
Yep.
It's the best of both worlds, is it not?
All he has to just yoink, take the contract, and that's it.
It's fantastic. Just, you know what? You trade away draft picks like they're nothing anyways, even though you're drafting develop, so trade a draft pick for them.
Yeah.
I'm sure the Leafs would take a second-round draft pick for him. I would say Pavlik, but they can't afford him. So
nope.
And the Jets aren't going to retain salary because apparently they're broke or it's something. I don't fucking know. They keep talking about how they have no money to spend, but they spend it all on Chris Thorburn and Mark Stewart. But I don't know. Maybe in a couple of years when he becomes a UFA.
Maybe.
A couple more years of torture might actually show the Jets
like
that Pavlik's not the answer.
Like you said, just wait.
Just wait.
Yeah.
Maybe. If.
Yeah.
Wait and see.
Yeah, wait and see. That's what it was.
Hashtag fueled by wait and see.
Wait and see.
Hashtag the human factor.
Yeah.
Hashtag JetStream. Okay, one more brief Leaf-related note, and then we'll get to happier things and more fun and maybe some questions. I know I got some answers from people.
Oh, you got questions.
It's another Leaf-related note. Kyle Dubas or Kyle Dubé. I honestly have no idea how to say his name because I don't listen
I heard
to
it said on TV as Dubas.
I'm pretty sure it's Dubas.
Yeah. Which is hilarious.
He was named the assistant GM of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yes.
He is...
Which I didn't know that. Is that a common position, assistant GM? I'd never heard of that before.
Do you know that Craig Heisinger is the assistant GM of the Jets? Or...
No, I didn't know that.
I even knew
this
that.
guy hosts a hockey podcast, is with me on a hockey podcast almost every week.
Yep.
And he does not know that there's
we
assistant GM.
Literally
That's
never
what Chevy
said...
was in Chicago.
That's why what?
That's what Chevy was in Chicago.
Why would I know that? I don't give a shit about Chevy.
All right, that's fair. God damn it, Joe. He served as the past few seasons as the GM of the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds, the OHL, which the big story of all of this is he's an open proponent and known user of analytics, which, of course, made Steve Simmons poop his pants.
Yeah, obviously.
And start doing all this retractions, or not really retractions, but backpedaling pretty hard on all of his connotations and all this stupid shit on analytics, which he has now flipped into saying that Kyle Dubas isn't just a nerd analytics guy. He actually knows hockey, which is... he's a dumbass.
Yeah,
just
wow.
Nonetheless. I don't think there's anybody in the analytic community who straight up said he was good at his job because he uses analytics. There's no, you're an idiot. He obviously understands hockey. Most of us who do these things watch all the games and make our opinions using both. It's just very convenient that those of us who watch the games and have these opinions on the style of hockey we like to play, which the LA Kings and Chicago Blackhawks and St. Louis Blues and all the good teams in the league like to play, line up nicely with what the analytics say. Yeah. Whereas Steve Simmons, who comes up with these weird connotations and thoughts of how things should do because he's watched hockey for 30 years and learned his hockey from all these great minds, doesn't line up with analytics and likes to take personal approaches when he analyzes players and stuff like that, which, you know what? Go ahead. If you want to hate Mikhail Grabovski for whatever reason, go ahead. He's going to keep doing good things and being on winning teams. And when the Islanders make the playoffs this year, you shut your fucking mouth. Yeah. But my question that I want to kind of ask you, that I was going to ask Tim if he was here because he was potentially going to be here this week. Is this a sign of change in the NHL that you see this analytics GM possible position come in, or is this not really that big of a deal?
Well, I don't think you could ever say it's not a big deal because it's probably the first, not necessarily the first of its position because, like you said, there's other positions that like this, but this is the first one where they've outwardly come and said, this guy's an analytics guy.
Well, because they didn't really...
Because that's all you ever hear about it. You don't say, "Hey," you never heard any. Kyle Dubas comes as the assistant GM for the Leafs, and then that's it. It was always like analytics guy, Kyle Dubas,
the analytics guru.
Yeah, guru. Yeah, they threw that around a lot, but yeah, no, I think it's fairly big, and I mean you saw it actually a lot, and Mike Johnson does it all the time on TSN. Brings in the analytics to help out with stuff. He was doing it in the draft, and he was doing all sorts of stuff with that. So it's all sort of slowly being worked in, and you can kind of see it. But this is just sort of the next step.
I think it's big just because it's the Leafs.
Oh yeah,
it's like if
definitely.
the Yankees do something new in baseball, everyone's going to take notice because it's the Yankees.
Yeah, they're the center of the baseball world, or the center of the hockey world.
I'm so glad you said that, and I didn't, because I would have been torn apart for saying that because I'm a Leaf fan.
Yeah, of course.
Anyways, but I think the people who are making a big deal out of this are the people who thought analytics were going nowhere, the Steve Simmons of the world. And the guys who don't really understand what analytics are and the way they're moving. Because, again, coaches and GMs of good teams have been talking about using them forever.
Yep.
And Minnesota's been using them for the past few years. It's the Jets. Chevy today, in his press conference, talking about his ridiculous contract with Frolik, said that they've been using analytics ever since they got here. Yeah. If they're using them well, I would say not so much, because I don't think got his deal. But
the quote I saw was that he said, "We have access to analytics." Oh yes. Not that we're using them.
No, Garrett actually tweeted today that he knows for a fact they do use certain systems. I think he said there's like an A, B, C scoring chance grade, which again, I don't know enough about for what they're using to say if it's actually useful.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be foolish, and that's another defense that like Simmons, these guys are taking, is like, oh, he doesn't use your analytics, he uses their own. It's like, well, I feel analytics like they aren't just going to ignore Corsi and stuff that have been shown to work just because they want to use their own. They're good. Anybody who's using this kind of stuff understands that the bigger the sample size, the more knowledge there is about something, the more reliable it is to use, and you'd be foolish to just cast this stuff aside when you see guys from the analytic community consistently finding jobs in teams now.
Yeah.
So, like, some of the biggest proponents of it have found jobs now with franchises. So, I don't know. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah, I think it's a big step.
Okay, we were going to get to the fun segment first, but I tweeted out a question thing and I got some answers. So I'm going to see what these people wanted to respond here. Okay, so I asked if anyone has any question for us, let us know. And Garrett responds first. Should we hire Garrett? Perfect transition. Yes, we should hire Garrett because he's a freaking genius.
Yeah, that guy's smart.
He is, for those of you who don't follow him on Twitter, is at Garrett Hole, I think how you say his last name. Garrett, Garrethohl. He is, in my opinion, no offense, Tim, if you take offense to this, I think Garrett's the #1 analytics guy for the Jets, in Jets fandom / Jets blogosphere. He has a couple different sites. He writes for Arctic Ice. Wow, weekday podcast. Arctic Ice.
Arctic Ice.
That's definitely a shade thing right there.
Yeah.
He writes for Arctic Ice, as well as a big proponent of hockey graphs, so you should check I think it's hockey-graphs.com.
Yeah, something like that.
Check out his Twitter page. It's all on there. He writes tons of great analytics pieces. He's written plenty of break it down into, if you're a freaking idiot, you can understand advanced stats all the time. So if you haven't checked his stuff out, I highly recommend you do it. If you're I don't know why, if you're in the mainstream media, you'd be listening to this because I trash you a lot. I do like lots of you, but I feel like I might offend the general consensus of you. If you're listening to this and aren't sure how to work it into your writing, go talk to Garrett because he can do it seamlessly and has explained to many of people how to do it. But yes, I think the Jets should probably hire Garrett if they get the opportunity. Follow that trend and get someone who actually knows how to use his brain in hockey in there. Or at minimum, fly him into Winnipeg for us so he can be on this podcast.
There you go.
That'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
We thank you now, Chevy. Please. Kara, being a smartass, says, # what did Chevy do today? Joe, what did Chevy do today?
I don't know.
Probably not much.
I'm gonna go with hosted some sort of press conference and then hightailed it out to his cabin so
cabin.
He can be there for the nice weather this
Definitely
weekend.
cabin, calling it.
It's probably it.
Yeah.
So Chevy, do something useful. Steven or I'm not sure which one. I think it's like Steven to me. Trenner. Why can't Hashtag NHL Jets fans have nice things.
Because when they get a nice thing, they sign it to a minimum length contract so they can walk away.
No. When they get a nice thing, they call him millions of names, make him
yes.
the public scorn of the town, and try to shoo him away.
Yes,
So,
also that.
Blake
You
Kane.
know,
It's Vander Kane's fault we don't have nice things, obviously.
take your pick.
And when he leaves, it's Boflin's fault,
Yeah.
obviously. And when he leaves, it'll probably be Enstrom's fault, because he would be our next best player.
I'd say so. Yep.
Yeah, so there's your answer. Last response. All right, well, that's not really a question. It says no cap on stats and scouting. Hashtag hire Garrett. So further support for Garrett to get a job. So yay, Garrett, you're amazing. So yeah, let's have some fun.
Cool.
We decided we needed to get a female on the podcast because this is way too much of a sausage fest most times. So
Every time.
we needed to get a female on here. We brought this idea up months ago over beers, and it just seemed like the appropriate time to do it because, well, there's not much going on in the hockey universe. We wanted to relieve some tension, maybe appeal to a different demographic
There we go.
a
There
little
it is.
bit. I apologize for this weak speech that I have. I actually had
Yeah. Boo.
I actually had this discussion at work with a couple of the ladies I work with last week, and we're going to do a Winnipeg Jets hot or not segment.
Yeah.
I might drop a few other random guys in at the end. We won't have them. If you're watching us on YouTube, it's on the screen right now, which obviously if you're watching us on YouTube, you can see. So if you're listening to us, you should go to YouTube, find it, and then just forward it to this part, and you can see the lovely pictures because Joe, in all his hard work, put together a nice PowerPoint presentation using all of his skills.
Oh yeah, anytime. You know, I went back to the grade 3 days and used.
You were doing PowerPoints at grade 3?
Oh yeah, big time. I was all about the PowerPoint in grade 3. I lost my touch. I tried.
Are there any laser shooting gun sounds?
Oh, you don't know how
Are there
badly.
transitions between
No,
the
you don't know
slides?
how badly I wanted to do that, but I just could not remember how.
So this might be the worst PowerPoint presentation we've ever seen.
No, it's just a
I mean, you got
regular.
it centered.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no.
It's
She's
a nice
centered.
little title.
She's centered. Don't even worry about it.
That's
But
perfect.
the effects aren't quite there. Sorry.
Okay. So I guess we should just get this started.
Just get her
Basically, we're
going.
gonna get Lexie to tell us her opinions.
Yep. Feel free to give a
and
few comments. You know why not?
We're gonna nitpick here because
Okay,
if
well,
any of
I
my
feel
man
like-
crushes appear.
Well, I feel like we need to develop some kind of scale. Like, are we doing like a 0
You can just
to 10?
give me a straight up. No, just give me a
Is this
straight
just
up.
first impressions, or is this what I know backstory? From them?
You know what,
Because
let's
that'll
just-
change their
Actually,
hotness?
I
Are
kinda
we
like
just
that.
doing physical, or are we doing like how they did last season? You know, are they still single?
Travis is
Like-
You can take single into the equation. That's fair.
Okay.
Because personally, if they're a shitty player, or if I know that they're a shitty player, their hotness is gonna go down.
That's
I
true.
don't care how
The
good
heat
looking
levels
you are.
the heat
Sorry.
levels drop extremely.
Okay. Well,
You should look
let's.
up how much they're getting paid too.
Also,
Okay, well, I'm opening Cap Geek
Oh,
right
yeah.
now.
Yep.
I'm opening Cap Geek right now.
Let's get Cap Geek going because that is
Okay.
mandatory.
Okay, so let's do this on like a 4-point scale.
Okay.
Physical attraction,
Okay.
personality,
Okay.
on ice performance, and then we'll tell you how much money they make and see if that changes anything.
And all of those are 1 to 10. I'm assuming.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
make it all in one.
All
set.
right.
Neil, do you want to keep track of the results here, or
See who the winner
Let's
is.
do it.
Obviously.
Okay, starter up there, Neil.
hold on? Apparently, I forgot how to use Cap Geek because I'm an idiot today.
Yes, you are. All right, let's. Who's our first contestant? Oh, Mr. Oh,
What are you doing, Neil?
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
There we go,
Oh,
Mr. Blake Wheeler.
Aw.
Now,
Blake Wheeler.
I got one little action shot there in the middle, so
that's good.
Yeah, and then-
Look at that
looking
look. That
really
is just
serious.
Right? Yeah,
That's
he's got
a
the-
serious look.
it's got like the blue steel going,
Yeah.
and then
This is him with the flag in the back.
Yes.
Oh, he's an Olympian. That's
Yes.
got to give him bonus
There you
points,
go.
right? Like, he played for Team USA,
Yeah.
and then he likes puppies.
there's him cuddling with his dog.
But look
Yes.
how serious the face is with the puppy.
Ah, it's a little smirk. I'd
However,
say.
that puppy looks a lot like my puppy. So
I know.
Bonus points. Is that why
That's
you chose
why I
that?
definitely chose it. I was like, hey, that dog kind of looks like Lexi's dog.
Bonus points.
All right, Lexi. So, what is his physical attraction score, 1 to 10?
You know what? I'm gonna give him like an 8. We're gonna start out pretty high. I think
Oh,
he's a good
wow,
looking guy.
Blake.
High rating.
Yeah.
Attaboy. Round of applause for Blake Wheeler.
Great work, Blake.
Very good looking, I think. You know.
Okay, personality on what you know.
What I know.
I'm pretty sure he's married.
Yeah.
He is
well,
married. He has a kid, little baby. A
From
little.
what I know.
He's a dad.
we're gonna go maybe like a 6.5.
Oh,
Okay.
Blake Wheeler.
All right.
Apparently you're a
No,
dick.
that's fair.
Well, no, just.
Hey, it's above average.
Yeah,
that's
true,
not
that's
bad.
true.
Like crazy that I know of or that I've heard of in the
Yep.
last little while.
But you don't really hear much about him either. So
Yeah, I was just gonna say
yeah.
he kind of flies under the radar,
Yep.
which is probably a good thing too. But that's kind of boring.
Yeah, I
Does that
agree.
ring on his finger kind of take it away?
Yeah.
There,
No, it's blocked by the puppy.
Yeah. All I see is the puppy face.
Okay, on ice performance.
Well, I don't know.
Does that
really.
add anything, or
Well, it would, but I don't really.
he's very fast.
He is quite fast. And he scored a ridiculous bar down on Ryan Miller.
That's very true.
I'm assuming that counts for a lot.
Oh, yeah. Well, in my books, that's a 10 out of 10. I don't know.
Okay, well, let's say I've never heard people like say really bad things for extended periods of time about him.
That's true.
I know a lot of people who like him as a player.
There you
I've
go.
never noticed anything bad. Like I feel like, or good. So, so we'll go with like maybe a 5.
Okay.
5. Oh wow,
Neutral?
that's low in my opinion. I'd give him like an 8.
Yeah. For the Jets,
For the
definitely.
Jets,
yeah.
an 8.
Okay, well,
I'd give him an 8.
It's not
Okay.
your show, Travis.
Yeah, it's true. You know what? But this is up to
That's
Lexie, so
okay.
we'll go
Okay,
with
can
5.
we get an overall rounded score then on all those things taken into consideration, and then I'll
probably
tell
have
you
to-
his dollar value.
Okay, we'll probably have to give him like what? Like what is that? A 7, 7.5?
Yeah, 7.5. Yeah.
Okay, he
Like
makes
70%.
Okay, he makes $5.6 million a year. He is the Jets' he's the Jets' highest paid forward.
There you go.
But he's married.
Yeah.
So it stays like 7.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Fair enough. That's very fair.
Blake Wheeler, 7.5.
All right. Good to know. Good to know.
All right, who do we got next? Oh,
The new boy.
Mathieu
so-
Perreault.
So he clearly new signing because there's no photos of him.
Yeah,
Just,
Yeah.
Who is that?
yeah.
Look at that smile, though.
You're
Look
right.
at
I
that.
feel like you chose him because you thought that I was gonna think he's really hot.
No, I honestly, I was like, you know what? He's new, and I wanted to get your opinion.
He lived in California for a few years.
Smile differently, but
What about that one?
There, that's a little smirk there.
He's
That's just,
French.
like- yeah, that's not good.
No, that's not good. Wow.
I don't know.
That's
Okay.
funny.
Physical attractiveness from the pictures. I mean, he knows how to grow a beard, so
That's good.
that's probably good props. He's got some curly locks going on in that picture too.
Yeah, he gets the little foomph going.
Yeah, he's attractive.
The, you know, whatever that is.
This is just a foom
A
now.
I don't know what to
We'll give
call
him
it.
like a 7.
A
Okay,
7?
all right,
that's
all
good.
right.
Good.
Not quite a Blake Wheeler, but
Yeah,
he's
no
getting
Blake
it.
Wheeler.
No.
No.
I'm gonna say personality, but I know
I don't
absolutely
No,
I
nothing
should
about
say
him.
I don't.
Let's
remember
leave
him,
that.
So.
We'll
Okay, can we
reevaluate.
just evaluate from this photo? Like,
Sure.
Yeah, sure. He looks like he knows how to have fun.
He's
does.
smiling.
He's
He's in
not
the
taking
fa-
it
if-
too seriously.
Well, yeah, it looks like he's in the face-off circle, so that means he's probably jawing at somebody.
Yep, for
He's
sure.
farting.
Yeah, definitely let one rip.
Yeah, I don't think we can really rate
No,
that.
we'll reevaluate the
Did you look up
personality
anything
side.
on his performance last year?
He's a pretty good
Yeah.
possession player.
Yeah.
He's a very good signing for the Jets.
Well, that's good.
He's going to be about a third, second-line guy, center.
So he's one to watch this year.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
big
yeah,
time.
totally.
Okay. Sweet. Maybe he'll get hotter as the year goes
Maybe,
on.
maybe he'll increase his hot factors.
Okay, he's making $3 million a year. I don't think he's married. You know what? Google.
He's too young. Come on now.
How old is he?
I
Do we
think
know?
he's
looks
26.
26.
I'm going to figure that out right now. I can never spell his name right, so I'm going to make sure.
Well,
do
I
that.
think I have it spelled correctly there.
That's why
So
I'm searching it with what you say.
The spelling
yes,
master.
hey,
Mathieu.
yeah, Mathieu.
He. What am I looking up? His age?
Yeah.
Yeah, and if he's married,
I don't think he is.
Let's see here. He's 26. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
good
from
guess.
Drummondville, Quebec. He's 5'10", so he's a
It's
little
okay. I'm
short.
5'7".
okay.
All right, well that works. He recorded his first NHL hat trick on January 24th against Tuukka Rask. Oh, that's impressive of the Boston Bruins.
Damn,
Attaboy.
nice.
That's actually really
Yeah.
impressive. That puts him up there.
Yeah, puts him up. So overall,
I
we're
hate
looking
Boston,
at.
so even better. I think.
Okay, hold on. This is a personality thing you're gonna have to take an opinion.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
He was on the Hershey Bears when they beat the Manitoba Moose in the Calder Cup final.
That's just for you, Travis.
Okay, well.
That's not cool, bro.
But he's
That's
still a
not
winner
cool.
then.
Yeah, he is.
Then he's a winner.
He's a winner.
He knows how to
Jets
win.
just bringing in winners.
Yep, he knows how to
Okay,
win.
well then I'm gonna. You know what? We'll give him. What did I rate?
Oh,
What did I rate?
he'll
He
Go
went
away,
to
Neil.
sleep.
What did we rate? Or what did I?
7.
Rate?
You gave him a 7.
7?
That's
Yeah.
the beginning. Stick with a 7?
I'm gonna stick with 7 because I feel bad about Blake Wheeler now. I can't rate him more. I don't know
That's true.
more about this kid. But I feel like I'm definitely gonna watch him this season and see if anything happens.
You know what? Well,
maybe I can get some girls to jump on the bandwagon and we'll welcome him to Winnipeg.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go.
Get a few Perot jerseys going.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We'll have to reevaluate at the end of the season.
You'll have to find out how strong that French accent is too.
Geez.
He's
Probably
been living in
strong.
Anaheim for a few years, so it can't be that strong.
But born and raised in Quebec.
I guess,
Quebec,
yeah. He was born in Quebec anyways. Okay, next one. What do we got? I can't even remember the order of this. I made this a while ago.
Ooh.
So it's a big surprise.
It came up on my screen
But not on the TV.
Did you break it, Neil?
No.
Technical difficulties.
Always.
Well, I'm using 2006 power.
2006.
We promise it is not a stolen.
Actually, you know what?
PowerPoint.
This guy having an opinion before the pictures kind of.
Is it Evander Kane?
No, and we're back to this.
Oh, that's not a good sound. Is it Evander Kane?
Yep.
All right. Well, I'll pull up a little picture of Evander Kane here.
Oh no, I got a nice little collage. Don't
It's
worry.
not coming
It's
up,
awesome.
Yeah, see, it's an awesome collage. Jeez.
Okay, well, before the pictures even come up.
Look at that.
I mean,
look.
his reputation is a bit tainted in Winnipeg, but
A
A
little bit.
Hey, he stuck up for his woman though. He punched a dude in the face apparently.
Yeah, but he also wasn't he on like the injury list or like healthy scratch or something this year where he decided to take off to a vacation with his girlfriend over the weekend when he was not playing.
No,
wasn't that him?
I don't think so. I don't think that he was a healthy scratch because so and so Claude Noel said he wasn't healthy when he was, and because he was signing autographs for kids and it was late.
Then wasn't there one time that he wasn't playing? Like he must have been injured or something then.
Oh, he was hurt for a while.
Okay, maybe that's what it was. But because I remember people being like up in arms the fact that like God forbid because he wasn't playing that he had taken off to like Cancun for the weekend with his girlfriend or something.
I don't remember that, but
I don't know. Never heard that.
Lexie, just our new insider.
Yeah.
All allegedly, so we don't get sued.
Yeah, for sure.
So is this coming up anytime soon? Yeah.
I'm trying.
Okay, well, you got that picture right there.
That's a
Look at that look.
Like
here we go.
Ah, here we go.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so he's
the action shot.
Multi-dimensional.
He boxes too.
He does Muay Thai as well.
Yeah.
But apparently he shows up to the rink in pajamas every day.
Or
That's
a pink
hilarious.
suit. I remember that pink suit. That was epic.
That's his fiance, I think.
Oh.
Pretty sure. Don't know who that is.
They're nice.
Her
Yeah.
friend. I don't know. He's a good-looking kid, but his reputation just
Kind of
Okay,
brings
physical
it down.
attraction,
Yeah, just
1 to
physical
10.
attraction. Doesn't matter.
I don't know, like a 6, just above average. I honestly
Right.
don't find him that attractive.
Okay.
But
All right. No,
it
I'm
might
not
be hard
judging.
Is
to
it the
not be
ears?
biased.
I'm not judging.
Is it the ears?
I just don't find like nothing. He's just kind of average.
Okay,
Like,
6. All right. I'm not
6.
going to judge. That's
You know
fine.
what? I want the deep insight here. We need to break into
okay, but
a
I
woman's
do
mind.
think he's a good player.
Yes. Okay.
Well, okay, when he has a good attitude.
Well, we'll get
Okay.
to the on ice performance in a second here. Personality, 1 to 10.
Oh,
so clearly
God.
we're a little
Whoa.
tainted there.
Like,
okay.
Like maybe a 4.
Okay, we're going to give him a
4.
4. Okay.
Okay, 6, 4. On ice performance.
I think he's a good player when he has a good attitude.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give him like an 8.
Okay,
An
so that
8.
bumps it up
Alright,
a
yeah,
little
that's
bit.
fair. That's very
He
fair.
makes some pretty good money too.
Yeah.
Evander
that.
Kane makes.
But he's engaged. Keep that in mind.
Yes, he's engaged. Although I feel like for certain players that doesn't matter. too much.
Yeah, we'll see.
So take that into
Allegedly.
consideration. Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
He's making $5.25 million a year.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well.
He's doing good
Considering
for
he's
himself.
like, what, 22?
So
Yeah.
he's my age.
Yeah, there
He's
you go.
young.
23, I believe.
23. Okay.
So
Yeah, it wouldn't be
Does that bump anything up?
wouldn't be my first choice on the Jets.
So
Probably
Okay.
wouldn't even be like my 5th or 6th choice. On the
wow.
Jets.
Okay, so
All
what's
right.
the overall rating then?
Yeah.
Oh, probably lower, like probably like a 6.
six and a
Six?
half
Alright.
total.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, fair enough.
Okay, that's Evander Kane. Hey.
Oh, Grant Clitson. Okay, first things first.
Points
Grant
for the
Clitson.
last
Keep in
name.
mind.
Yeah.
Keep in mind. He's got back problems. So
Like
where that
crazy.
might play an effect,
That's
I'm just
right
saying.
up my alley, though.
That's
That's
true.
true.
Athletic
Yes.
therapy. You can help.
Very
You
true.
can help him recover.
Oh, this
Just got the huge grin on the face.
He's cute. I liked watching him play this year too, to be honest.
He didn't play much. He was hurt,
Yeah.
so
It was
I
the
dropped my
beginning-
quarter and I can't find it.
The beginning of the year he
Mine could
played,
also
and
be.
then he's had some pretty serious back stuff going
Yeah,
on.
since
Yeah.
then. I don't know. He's cute.
Physical attraction.
Like a 7.
Okay, all right, 7.
He's repping that suit pretty nice.
Yeah, big
I
time.
He
know,
can
Oh.
also grow a beard.
No. Funniest thing, like if you Google image Grant Clitsome, the whole third
Is
page
him like in suit.
is just like those.
Clearly he did some modeling.
Yeah. But I think it was for his wedding. So it's like him and his wife, and like.
So
we're
you just didn't put the pictures of like him and his wife.
I was like, you know what, his wife doesn't really matter in this.
All right, so he is married.
He's cute.
Okay, personality. Look at that smile.
I think he has a good. Well, I mean, I've never.
He
met him,
likes to have
but-
fun. Look at that. He's just giggling away in that plane.
That was my favorite one. That's why I put it on there.
Just his little head sticking out,
Yeah.
giggling.
Yeah.
No, I think his personality. I mean, I haven't heard anything bad.
Yeah.
Is there anything bad about him?
Not that I remember, other than his back.
Yeah. No, I would give him like an 8 on personality.
Okay.
All right,
Cool.
all right.
I like it.
Grant Clitsome, you're doing well, buddy.
Yeah. Oh.
On ice
Except for the
performance.
fact that we don't really have much to go by then, do we?
He's been a hit and miss. He's a not as gritty Mark Stewart kind of player.
Well. Yeah, I don't know if I can really.
Yeah. Well, he didn't play much last
All
year.
right.
And
He makes $2 million. This is a really weird number. He makes $2,066,667 a year.
What the f-
Okay, well then is this including like other stuff? Then they're
No,
not
that's
in the
his like
contract?
cap
That's
hit
his-
every year.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it's
It's
a
a
really
very
random number.
random
The
amount.
the weirdest is Zach Bogosian. His cap hit is $5,142,857 a year. It's so random.
You
So
gotta
weird.
just really bargain for every
Yeah,
last dollar.
exactly.
Yeah.
Every dollar
Yeah.
counts. Okay, what's your
So then
overall rating for Grant
Overall, I'll
Clitsome?
give him like a 7.
A
Okay.
7?
Yeah.
Not bad.
That's not bad.
Not
Up there
quite
with
Blake Wheeler still, but
Blake Wheeler
almost.
has set a
I-
bar.
I-
that puppy picture just
Yeah.
pushed him over the
I had a feeling that was gonna do something.
So, okay, question for you, if
What was that?
For me, who's the question for?
I was gonna say Joe, but it's not for Joe.
Okay.
Question for you: if the Jets made a calendar and they were all posing with puppies, how many would you buy? And they were all your kind of dog.
Okay, the
puppies.
question is for me.
Yes, no, it's for you.
Because Joe would buy 0.
I
of
would
them.
only buy one, but I'd probably buy one for like all of my girlfriends. I bought
Alright.
the cookbook just to look at the pictures. Have you looked at that cookbook? The recipes are like here's a smoothie. Put bananas and strawberries and yogurt in it.
That's
This is my cooking level.
That's
Yeah.
great.
No, I would buy one. Oh my
Oh.
god,
This-
I love him.
I had-
I absolutely love him.
Confession, I knew.
Oh, and this?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
I
I
kn-
watched it so many times and was like peeing my pants laughing. I
For
love
those of you
him.
not watching on YouTube,
Oh.
which you should be, there's a picture of Truba and
I
Shifley
even
when they
follow
did that.
him on Instagram.
Oh,
Okay?
what was the segment called?
Pass the mic.
Pass the mic when they were goofing around together.
And they would do, they did dances and like the ones where they were talking about what songs
Yeah.
they were
From
listening
Frozen,
to.
yeah.
From Frozen, yeah.
And I think this is when they were talking about whose hair would you rather
Yeah.
have, and he said,
Bufflin's.
Bufflin's.
Yeah. Full
I think Joe
disclosure.
knocked it out of the park
Oh,
here.
God.
Full disclosure. I knew that Lexie loved Jacob Truba, so I had to put it on
Oh,
there.
he's my
Okay,
fave.
physical attraction,
Oh my god, like 9,
Yeah.
personality,
10.
on ice
Perfect.
performance.
He's I don't know, like
He's pretty good.
like an
Yeah.
8.
He's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had
All
a
right,
very good
he-
rookie season.
Keep in mind though, he is still on his entry level contract,
Yeah, he's
so
a
it's not
youngin',
going to be
that's
as much
okay with
money.
me.
Yeah.
I feel like he also gets bonus points for who he lives with.
Yeah, I was gonna say he lives with Bogosian,
Because
so
if I
and they
pick
actually
him,
tweeted that
then I
today.
can
He's
hang
living with
around
him again
Bobo
this year.
too.
Yeah, he tweeted or put on Instagram that they're living together again this year.
Of
Oh,
course
yeah.
they are. Worked so well. So.
Yeah.
He makes $894,167 a year.
Nice.
He is still on his entry level. That is 100% going to go
Oh,
up
yeah.
in a
Yeah.
couple years.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Big time.
No, he's so cute.
So overall, what's our overall
Oh my
here?
gosh, I have to rate him like a 9.
Okay.
Seriously.
Oh.
He's like my favorite Jet.
Awesome.
You know what? He's probably like up there, one of my favorite like hockey players.
Nice.
all right.
I'm
I
with
like
you,
it.
Lexie.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, is this Neil's man crush on the Jets here? Oh
Oh,
yeah.
hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Big
Seriously
time.
though, and the thing is, like, I liked him before I watched all these
Pass the
Pass
mic.
the Mics.
Yeah.
And then after watching those, I was like, oh my gosh.
I love you.
I love you.
So, Truba, if you happen to listen to the
Yeah,
podcast,
there
we
you
all
go.
know
I
Lexie,
also
so...
thought out a pickup line once. I would ask him if he wants to build a snowman.
Oh, God. All kind of tips you get
Yep.
from the JetStream Podcast, folks.
Exactly.
Oh, new guy.
Yes, the new boy.
The young
Oh,
one.
he looks so young.
This guy was
Josh
in the
Morrissey.
Mighty Ducks, wasn't he?
Sorry?
This guy was in the Mighty Ducks.
Really?
No.
No,
he
was
was
not
like
the Mighty Ducks.
2 years old when that movie came out.
Okay, these pictures are all at least a year old. He does look a little bit older than that now. Because that's his draft picture.
That's from the draft.
Team Canada,
Team
at least
Canada.
last year.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that one was because I don't stalk the guy.
The one on the bottom is when he was in Prince Albert. So that's,
This is Josh Morrissey, in case we didn't
He's
say it.
cute, but I think he's too fresh faced for my liking.
There's no.
He's 19 years old.
Yeah, he
so...
looks like a baby face.
Yeah. He's born in,
I mean, he is
95?
attractive, and I'm sure he thinks he's really attractive. I mean, look at that picture.
Yeah.
So, well, I don't know. I give him like a 7.5.
Okay.
All right. I have said this before. I'm going to say it again. His hair is going to become popular in this city once he becomes. If he
Think
becomes
so?
something, his hair is going to he's
The
got a
flow,
sick
the
flow when he gets it
sweat
going.
flow, yeah.
Oh, that guy takes care of his hair.
As far as on ice performance, we
I don't
can't
really know.
Yeah.
Can't
But-
really say much. He did great in St. John's in the playoffs.
The playoffs were really good.
He had
Yeah.
a great season in Prince Albert.
I watched a couple of playoff games and he played really well in every single one. So, like him and Odell were a few standouts in every game.
Oh, that's good. I can't really say much about his personality. He's got that little "I'm a badass" smirk.
Oh, yeah.
And his
which
little
I
smirk
do
and
like.
even a little eyebrow.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he's
Oh, in the smirk in this
yeah,
one
no,
too.
that's his
Ooh.
go-to, I think. Like, I didn't find a single picture of him that didn't have the little eyebrow
He's young,
raise.
he's good looking, he's going somewhere.
That's
I'm sure
true.
he has a decent personality now. We'll see if he gets tainted
Yeah.
in the next couple of years.
Maybe.
So what would you give him?
Oh, we'll rate him high. I'll rate him like a 7.
Give him a 7. Okay.
All right.
Considering we
Alright.
don't really know much about
Yep.
him.
He is making $894,167 a year.
That's just a lot of money.
It is.
That is.
Yeah, that's like pennies for the rest of the
And this guy,
Another young guy.
another young one.
Who again looks a lot older than he looks in these. The top right's
no,
not bad.
it's
Adam Lowry is our next guy.
I tried to mix in a beard picture, but it's just grimy.
You
So
should.
I figured it was a bad
I'll
call.
find one for you. Don't worry.
I don't find him that attractive.
How old is Lowry? I forget.
He looks young, too.
I can
He is
find
younger.
this. Oh my goodness! Look at this picture.
Oh, yes. With them straight. It looks like he has like a bowl cut
I see.
bangs.
Oh wow.
Everyone just Google Adam Lowry Swift Current Broncos. This is amazing.
He's probably like what, 15 in that
Holy
picture?
smokes! Yeah, that's got his draft picture when he was drafted.
That's cute.
That is fantastic.
That's funny.
There's some more Adam Lowry. That is not Adam Lowry right there.
No,
Neither
it's
is
not.
that.
I don't know. I don't find him that.
Oh man, look at that mustache.
Oh, boy.
That's why I didn't include a mustache pic. Yeah, no, I saw some.
No, I don't find him that attractive. I'm gonna rate him like a. I don't
He's
know,
tall.
Like
If that gives him bonus points.
Nah, I'll give him like a 5.5.
Okay.
Probably like the lowest.
5.5. And then
He's 21 years old.
And then we can't really do much in terms of
I don't really
on
know his
ice and everything.
personality,
Yeah,
he's just
that's
young.
fine. So we're gonna
What
stick.
are we gonna look at? Oh, I want to look at his height.
Yeah.
He's 6'5",
Damn.
so he's a big boy.
Yeah, friggin' tall. Yeah, so we'll stick with 5.5 then.
Yeah.
5.5.
All right.
Give him a 5.5.
How much is he making?
Sorry,
I know
Adam.
it's probably entry level
Yeah,
again.
it's gonna be the same.
Peanuts.
$828,000. $828,333.
Well, sorry, Adam. 5.5.
Tried, bro.
Yep. And yes.
Nope, I'm done.
So
here.
I can't.
This is
even.
the last-
He has a
I
DUI.
honestly
Keep that in mind.
Just
you know what?
wait.
I honestly don't find him that attractive.
there's a nice little surprise one slide after this one
Okay.
before you make your final decision.
Well, I think I already know my final decision.
Just
but, I honestly never really found him that attractive. And this picture, I don't know what's happening there.
holding the Czech Republic flag.
I never really found him that attractive. And I find him like overdressed all the time. You see pictures of him, and he's always like, he's Mr. Fashionable, I guess. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't find him that attractive. So I'd rate him like, I don't know, like a 4.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yes.
Dang.
That's about...
Okay.
No, that's higher than I'd give him for his goaltending. performance, so.
Personality.
Yeah. I don't know.
I
That
don't
accent.
know. The accent, no.
No.
I don't know. I give him
No.
like give him like a 5. We'll give
Okay.
him a fighting chance.
And then,
Right, honest
uh,
performance.
Nice
Oh my
performance.
gosh. Well, judging the last year, I give him like a 4.
Okay.
Oh, it's so high.
Now, before we get a final, let's just move on to the
He's
last
also making
slide
$3.9
here.
million.
I don't care what he's making because.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
Just a great picture.
That's probably before he started to drive.
That's before the DUI.
I'm sure there's many more where that.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of drunk Pavlik
Open your
pictures.
eyes, Pavlik. What are you doing?
That's
Just
drunk, when you get so drunk, your eyes don't want to stay open anymore.
Just
that
hammered.
is he probably thinks he's got like his eyes completely.
Oh
open.
yeah.
It's like this is the best picture I've ever seen.
Yeah, I look so good right now.
How did you find that?
Honestly, Google
it.
Images,
I'm
Andre
sure.
Pavlik.
I'm sure people like he likes to party. People take pictures and put them all over.
Oh yeah.
So.
No,
That
they're
is
there. You don't have to dig.
fantastic.
You don't have to dig to find that.
I like that shirt.
It's just got some cars on it. Just so generic.
It's a Joe shirt right there.
Yeah.
What's their
4.
final rating?
Anyways, the
This
final
year?
rating.
Low,
He's got
like
the
a
double chin
4.
going.
4 overall?
Yeah.
All right.
Low.
There you go. Ended
Okay,
on a
this-
low note there with Pavs.
There's one Jet you didn't rate. This is more out of my personal
Why is
curiosity.
Is this your man crush?
No, this isn't my man crush.
okay.
This is personal curiosity because I've had women tell me before that he's super attractive, and I
Okay.
don't know if it's true.
Okay.
Anthony Peluso. Like,
Who told you he's super attractive?
people I work with.
Okay, maybe in certain pictures. I don't know. I don't think he's that attractive.
What would you give him a rating? I'm
What's
actually
that picture?
like
Travis is
curious
so
about this.
curious.
I am because I just some of the guys I can see like I'm not gonna be like you're an ugly dude. These are some good looking dudes, but like I don't see
I
it
don't
here.
know. I'll give him like a 6.
Okay.
He's not really ugly, but he's not that attractive either.
Okay, what about personality? He did save Zach Redmond's life.
That's true.
That's some big personality points. He put his hand right on the severed artery. That's some AT
That's
loving
crazy.
for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know that much about him. That shows you how much I.
He does punch people in the face for a career.
Well,
so.
clearly, because look at all these pictures.
Look at that. He's making that guy jump away.
Okay, then if he's a fighter, he looks pretty good for a fighter. His face isn't that messed up, so. I don't know. Personality-wise, we'll give him like a 6, too.
All right. On his performance, he got like nothing to go off.
Yeah,
he plays
0.
like 2 minutes of
Just
game.
nothing.
How much money does Peluso make? $562,000.
Oh boy.
That's a Jets contract right there.
Nice.
Overall score on Anthony Peluso?
What was it, like
So,
a 6?
Yeah.
5? 6?
Clearly she doesn't agree with your
Yeah.
coworkers.
I needed to check. I was actually really curious about that. I don't think we have a spelling bee this week because we decided to do a hot or not.
All of my effort went into that PowerPoint. I
Just
used
all week.
all my skill.
I loved it. I enjoyed
Thank you.
it.
All right, well, thank you, Lexie, for your opinions. I'm sure all the dude listeners really appreciated that last few minutes.
Oh, yeah.
I hope somebody enjoyed that. If you thought that was fun, let us know.
Yeah.
We
Tweet
quite
us your
enjoyed it.
ratings on
There
it.
you go.
There
Yeah,
you go.
give us your thoughts.
Yeah.
I know not everyone's going to agree with me, but, I mean, you should, but...
Because I'm right, obviously.
I wonder what Pity the Foo, when you listen to this, tweet at us.
Yeah.
What is your hotness rating of Evander Kane?
There
I know
you go.
love the guy. I want to know what your
I want to
rating
know
is.
how hot you think he is.
How hot do you think Evander Kane is, Pity the Foo? Because I would give him higher than what Lexie gave him because he's just badass. But
Okay.
just saying.
Good. Good
Yeah,
to
so
know.
that's about it for this week. Arctic Ice Hockey is starting the top 25 under 25 series again. They did the same thing they did last year. They're going to go through we have all kind of submitted our rankings for all the Jets prospects that are under 25 years old. And we're rolling them out, starting with the honorable mentions, I believe, on Friday, and then working our way back. Garrett's kind of taken a lead role and all that, so thank you, Garrett, for again being amazing at what you do. Be sure to check that out and check out arcticehockey.com all the time just for everyday amazingness.
So shameless.
I will plug
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
I want to
No.
plug.
Go
I put
ahead.
so much time and effort in here. I'm going to plug my boys.
Yep, give her.
If you want to talk to us, you can tweet at us at JetStream Pod, hashtag JetStream and any tweets you send at us. Check out the website, www.jetstreampodcast.com. You can submit some comments on there as well. Email us, jetstreampodcast@gmail.com. We answer those as best we can. If you're interested, we're looking at, we've kind of started putting this together at getting stickers done and some other little thing that Neil has put together done. If you're legitimately interested in that, let us know and we'll kind of gauge how many we need. We're also looking at potentially either doing shirts or hats. I'm not sure yet.
Or a hats?
Hats.
It's a weeknight, people. Leave me alone. If we are thinking about doing it, so if you prefer one or the other, let us know. Yeah, Arctic Ice is doing some shirts, I believe, too soon. I'm not 100% sure on that, but yeah, let us know what your thoughts are there. You can follow me on Twitter at THRUBE. Oh my god!
That's the first time you've ever messed up your handle, by the way.
That's his own name.
Yeah.
At THRUBENIUK. Follow Joe at JW_Clark20. I should get bonus points for my one screw up considering you didn't even know your handle.
No idea. No idea.
Follow Neil at Neil Noonan. Lexie, what's your Twitter handle? Let's see if you know yours.
Oh, I think it's at Captain L Sparrow.
Yeah, I think that's
right.
right.
I think that's it too. Not like capital L, just yeah.
Yeah.
Subscribe and rate us on iTunes. I know, Neil, I'm just butchering this right now. This is brutal.
Oh, yeah.
We're not going to be back for another week or so,
You have time to sort your life out.
Yeah. I'm never going to leave shit again. It just screws with me.
Learn how to speak English.
Maybe next time I come, I'll sit by Joe.
Yeah.
And
I'm just
too
too nervous.
nervous.
It's just making me
nervous. You're way too nervous.
Yeah, it's way too much. Subscribe and rate us on iTunes. Give us a rating. We appreciate it. Send us a comment. Check out ArcticIceHockey.com. Like I said, we're not going to be at least next week because it's the long weekend. Joe and I are going to a friend's cabin the weekend after that. We're not 100% sure when we're coming back. Sometime that week we'll eventually.
Are you guys getting lost?
So.
Yeah, we're going and we're never coming back.
Yeah, we might die, so you never know. Yeah, so thanks again for Lexie for coming on. This is a lot of fun. A little round of applause. I'll be back at some point in time. I think on our next episode we're going to have somebody from Arctic Ice come. I'm not sure who it is. Our goal is to get something sorted out with one of them. So yeah, look forward to that. We look forward to hearing from you guys. Thank you for listening, and see you in a few weeks.
Did you guys notice echoing?
Yes. I was echoing like crazy.
Yeah, I was fucking driving me mad.
Yeah, it was a little crazy.
I just hope it's all synced up.
Yeah.